Welcome.
Thanks. So you say about stopping, but this inquiry, it's asking, who am I? How do I stop if I'm asking the...
Only ask it once and then stop. It stops everything when you really ask that anyway. Because really then your thinking mind pretty quickly can give, oh, I'm this man, I have this life. But you begin to recognize this is a bigger question than those usual answers. And so it reaches its limit. So it is stopped. Let's say the mind is stopped. And I'm not prescribing that you walk around asking, who am I, who am I, who am I? If you really ask it once, fully, with your full consciousness and your full resolve in discovering an answer, not in manufacturing an answer. We are very familiar with that, and we know that they don't fit. So you just ask the question and you wait to discover the answer.
That's the waiting part seems to
Yes.
be the trouble, because...
For what?
Well,
for the heart?
I'll ask, who am I?
Uh-huh.
And then for up to a minute.
Oh,
And then all of a sudden...
You never have to ask that question again.
It's
Forget
like...
it. That question has been corrupted by something. So let's forget that question. What do you want? Let's ask that question. What do I really want? What do you want?
This I, this
No, forget that.
thinker of thoughts.
What do you, this life form, really want? Like, don't go spiritual on me. Just tell me.
Just relief.
Relief.
From the voice in the head.
So relief from the voice in the head. And if you got that relief, what would that give you?
Peace.
Peace. Are you asking or are you...
No, I mean...
Is this like a multiple choice? Do you want peace?
Yeah, of course. It just doesn't...
Not everyone does, really. War, I mean, if everyone did, the world would live in peace. War is the most common form of human entertainment. It's ruthless, you have to be alive, you have to be focused. It's actually quite extraordinary to want peace. So are you sure?
Not want more.
No, not to want peace. Some people maybe don't want war because...
No, but to not want more. Like,
but
to
if
be
you
okay with what
don't get war, what will you have?
Wait, don't get more.
If you don't get war, you said to not want war, so I'm following your lead. So if you don't get war, what will you have? Peace. Right? Mm-hmm. So you say, I want peace.
Yeah.
So where have you looked for this peace? That's right.
Everywhere.
So, yes, that's right. In this moment, in this meeting, if you stop looking anywhere for peace, for a split second, this second, what do you experience?
Alert presence.
Is it peaceful?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I know. You just didn't want to say it, did you?
No.
Alert presence. How beautiful. Is it at war?
No.
No. No or no?
No.
No. No. It's good, though. You check it out. Yeah. And how did you get this alert presence, this unwarlike experience in this moment?
by being close to your energy field?
No, no, no. Good guess. So, it's good if you feel some energy and you're willing to let that push you in a certain way and invite you in a certain way, but it would be impossible if you hadn't been willing to actually stop looking for peace anywhere and to recognize what is already here. That is by its nature at peace. I'm not saying human nature is at peace, but the nature of beingness, the source of human nature, is this alert presence. And you did nothing to get it. You stopped doing anything to get it. Mm-hmm. And it's here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, now here we go. Okay, that's all right.
And then there's a voice that
this
says...
This is the yes, but. Well, we call this the yes, but. Okay? This is the voice that is in some way trying to reassume its mastery. It's some way trying to get alert presence or get peace or maintain alert presence. So in this moment, you stop, just as an experiment. This is not dogma. This is an invitation to your innate curiosity and your capacity to actually inquire. So you stop all maintenance of all states, just for a moment of truth-telling. That's inquiry. What do you experience?
Relief?
Yeah, that's what you were seeking. That's great. You know, then there's a kind of flip where you recognize it is what maintains you. You don't maintain it. And that's the surrender. That's when then the servant stops being the master and reassumes its position as servant. You are maintained by this life force, by this alert presence, by this heart of being. Life. Let yourself be maintained by. You are anyway. And at some point, this body will be finished. But until that moment, and at that moment, surrender to this that has brought you here thus far, as the song goes. Amazing grace. It's such a wonder, isn't it?
I don't understand it.
No, nobody does. Because it's out of the realm of understanding. But it's not out of the realm of direct experience. That's what you just discover. And even if you say, I discovered that, that's already in the mind. But you can, in this instant, inquire. If I didn't discover anything, if I lose everything that I've discovered, what is here? What is still here? It's so natural, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just existing.
Yes, and this existing, is this just a word, existing, or does it have depth?
Yeah, there's a richness to it because there's no activity.
How do you know what because? That's what you've just tacked on. Really? You don't find it in activity? You don't think activity is supported by this alert presence that supports this moment? Check and see. I mean, how could there even be activity if it wasn't supported by the life force? Mental activity, emotional activity, physical activity, cosmic activity is a huge mystery here. And when we first glimpse it or glimpse it again, we are awestruck and in wonder. But because of our conditioning, genetic or cultural or religious, we slowly start to add to that definitions and explanations, and we try to solve the mystery in our mind rather than serve the mystery with our mind. So when you recognize that your mind is, it's a common enough occurrence because the human mind is very arrogant. I mean, it has, after all, conquered the planet. It is actually killing everything. That's a lot of strength and power. So that arrogance can be humbled in an instant of recognizing what it can't understand. This mystery, but what it can directly, freshly, innocently experience and serve. You're so beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Isn't he?
Well,
What?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything.
Really? Seems like everything to me.
So, when reading the Ramana book, that's about 5 pages long, it's like inquire until the eye.
This is a Ramana book that somebody translated from Tamil that was specific to a conversation that Ramana was having with somebody. Look, bring Ramana up here. Let's look in his eyes. This is his book. Look in his eyes. That's what they're trying to say, he said. You just go directly there. You don't need a priest to take you there. You don't need a translator to take you there. The meaning of the name Ramana is that which is alive in the heart of all being. That's what we're speaking of. Words are beautiful. I love words. I mean, this is put on by a publishing company that published my words. But the words are there to evoke what the words can never capture. To reflect this vastness that we come from, that owns us, that has us and drops us when it's finished. Ruthless, huge, and here to be directly experienced and realized as the truth of who you are. All the rest is just words. So if the words do that, if you happen to pick up a Ramana book or anything, a stop sign can do it. Let it penetrate. Then the words have served. But if the words take you deeper into like, well, let's see, how could this be? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I'm not getting it. Who am I? Who am I? Put the words aside. Papaji used to take people out on a boat in the River Ganga and make them dump all their spiritual books. He said, now you can pay attention. Now you can discover. So we owe so much to all the great spiritual writers and artists and whoever has stopped us in our tracks and revealed that wonder of being. And then we add that to our collection of objects. And so we're still searching. But if you dump out your collection of objects, mental, physical, emotional, global, you just empty the box. It's already empty. Then you can see what cannot be lost. What you've never been separate from. Who you are.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Tell me your name.
Rory?
Roy?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You live around here?
Culver City?
Great. Yeah.